Hey, it's Jang here from UltimateRC.com and RCmania.com, the place for toy-grade RC reviews. This is my review of the Air Hogs Jet Set plane called the X-36. Now understand that X-36 is just a name here. If you are familiar with the real-life X-36 concept plane from Boeing, you will notice that this does not look exactly like it. It is not trying to look exactly like it. Again, X-36 is just a name. Every Air Hogs Jet Set plane has its own unique sort of style or feature, and the unique thing on this one is that it has these very large front winglets with the motors and propellers on their rear tips. It's a very unconventional placement for the motors. What hasn't changed from jet set to jet set is the controller, which has the throttle on the left, or your speed and altitude, and over on the right you have your turning controls, and there's also a steering trim knob to make sure you fly straight. The controller doubles as a charging base for the plane, and it's really easy to hook it up. Forward or backward, either way works. What didn't seem to work right from the start was the plane. Time after time, no matter how I launched, I just couldn't get it to stay up in the air. I tried several tricks of bending the wings to change their airfoil shape, and eventually I got it to at least porpoise or go up, stall, and then fall back down to the ground a couple times. It felt like an improvement over just going straight towards the ground. But whenever any of these Air Hogs style planes do that in the air, the way to correct it is by letting off the throttle a little bit. I did that little by little, and lo and behold, what do you know? The thing actually flew. With more and more experimentation, I eventually took off the changes that I had made by bending the wings. I just put them back to their stock form, and I found that it still flew just fine. The simple fact with the X-36 is that the more throttle you give it, up to about a half to 2/3, the faster it'll go and the higher it'll go in the air, up to the point where it starts to stall. Beyond that, if you keep pushing, it won't stall sooner. Instead, it'll actually start to fly itself downward. So basically, you should just never give this thing full throttle, ever. And as long as you don't, you'll be able to enjoy nice, long, smooth, gliding flights like this. With that one trick figured out, this was a real joy to fly. It's kind of quiet and very, very smooth. Like most of the Air Hogs airplanes, it will lose some altitude if you try to turn too sharply. So if you do give it full steering input, you'll want to only do it for about a second and then let off just a little bit, giving the plane a chance to stay settled and level. That's about all I can say about the Air Hogs Jet Set X-36. You're seeing it fly around, and that speaks for itself. It's a great plane, and I only wish that Air Hogs had either limited the throttle or given you some instructions to let you know about this one's unique but easy to overcome quirk. That's it for this review. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to tune in to RCmania.com on the web for more independent and unbiased toy-grade RC reviews. See you there!